The main thing, I think, is to build a strong community. So you always have someone to talk to about this.
I don't think students should have to worry about that kind of thing, but this is the kind of world we live in today.
Someone was shot 300 yards from me.
Right.
And it was a 14-year-old kid, and that really sucks.
Yeah, a lot of mixed emotions tonight after Friday's deadly shooting on the UNM campus.
And tonight we are continuing to learn more about the 14-year-old boy who was killed. His name was Michael Lamott. He was identified as the victim in court documents, as well as a funeral page, the family's GoFundMe account, and several social media posts, including one from Elite Physique Gym. They posted these photos to their Facebook over the weekend, saying that Michael was a student at Rio Rancho High School, a beloved friend, son, and a young man with a future full of promise. Now, the teen police say shot and killed Lamott Friday night is still behind bars and will remain there, at least for now.
You are going to be held without bond and will remain in custody. Okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
18-year-old John Fuentes was arrested in Los Lunas Friday after what was pretty much an all-day manhunt. State police say he shot and killed Lamott and also injured a 19-year-old man.
As people try and wrap their heads around this tragic and seemingly just senseless death, there are so many questions and still very few answers.
Yeah, questions including how and why the 14-year-old victim was even there inside a UNM dorm room. Our Emily Faith spent her day digging for some answers. So, Emily, what did state police have to say today?
Well, Tessa, Trevor, state police confirmed Michael Lamott was hanging out with his stepbrother in the dorm before being shot and killed. And as you mentioned, the more we learn about this case, the more questions we have, especially regarding security protocols for campus housing.
If there's something we can do, we will do it, because that's our main concern on campus is their safety.
Friday's deadly shooting at UNM's Casas del Rio apartments has put a microscope on campus housing and security. According to UNM police, the suspect's mom called the department the night of the shooting, saying her son was drinking and had been drugged.
He was freaking out. He was on drugs and he didn't know what was going on.
But how do drugs, alcohol, and a gun go undiscovered in a student housing complex?
The problem we have on campus is we have students that want their privacy, and we want, then we have to balance that with safety.
Turns out those searches are the responsibility of resident advisors and housing management.
When it comes to dorms, we don't have access to any dorm rooms. The RAs and the management, they do dorm checks all the time. We can't, because we can't unless we have a warrant of probable cause.
Though Casas del Rio is owned and operated by an outside company, the complex still abides by UNM housing rules and regulations, including staffing RAs.
They're just like the other dorms here. They're resident advisors that they watch the dorms, and also we have dorm security that watches the dorms also.
Both UNM Housing and Casas del Rio management have not responded to our questions about whether or not an RA was on duty the night of the shooting. However, UNM police say they're confident housing leaders will work with them to prioritize student safety.
We have a safety meeting once a month. We meet with everybody involved. The dorm people work with them to make some changes, and hopefully this will never happen again.
Now, the suspect's mom actually called our newsroom this morning. She claims her son was, quote, laced with drugs by the other teens in the room, causing him to hallucinate, and wants those teens held accountable. Of course, until state police finish their investigation, we won't know the full truth of what happened. Tessa, Trevor, back to you.